Hello, my name is Pastor Andy Schroer from Redeemer Lutheran Church. Give it up. You're surrounded. I can't tell you how many times I heard those words as a child. No, I was not a juvenile delinquent, but I did watch a lot of TV. From Chips to the Dukes of Hazzard to the A-Team, I've heard those words spoken dozens, if not hundreds of times. Give it up. You're surrounded. The good guys are surrounded by the bad guys. The bank robbers are surrounded by the police. The A-Team is surrounded by the army. Give it up, they announce over the loudspeaker. You're surrounded. King David felt surrounded. His son Absalom had rebelled against him. Some of David's closest advisors had betrayed him. He was forced to flee from Jerusalem as his son marched into the city as a conquering king. Young King Absalom immediately sent his army to hunt down David and those faithful to him. The nation was at civil war. David didn't know who he could trust. He was surrounded by enemies. But David didn't give up. Instead, he wrote Psalm 3. O Lord, David wrote in verse 1, how many are my foes? And the word foes in the Hebrew language has the idea of enemies who surround you and hedge you in. David felt surrounded by the enemy. But you are a shield around me, O Lord, David said in verse 3. In other words, David wasn't afraid of the enemies all around him because he was surrounded by God. Sometimes we forget that. We forget that our God is everywhere and fills the entire universe. You can't go where God is not. You can't go where you won't be surrounded by God. David knew God was all around him, protecting and loving him. I lie down and sleep, David said. I wake again because the Lord sustains me. I will not fear the tens of thousands drawn up against me on every side. David could sleep soundly at night, knowing he was protected on all sides. What could his enemies do to him? The all-powerful God was around him. David knew that even if they killed him, they couldn't win. His Savior God would take him to the safety of his home in heaven. When you feel surrounded and overwhelmed by problems or by problematic people, don't give up. Don't despair. The all-powerful God of the universe is beside you, above you, around you, on every side. Nothing truly harmful can ever get to you. He will always be there, making sure it all works out for your good in the end. Even in death, He will surround you with His power and love and take you to the heaven Jesus won for you on the cross. So when the problems pile up, when dangers lurk around every corner, when you are hedged in by enemies on every side, don't give up. You're surrounded.